Then wet cast pavers. So really what we want to really do is kind of separate the two. What's the difference between dry cast and wet cast? Dry cast is made in a steel mold, and a press comes down and can give us consistent height time after time after time. And that same mold runs every single color of Beacon Hill goes through the same steel mold. With wet cast, we have a polyurethane mold, and each unit could be different, could vary, but each one is poured into a little rubber mold, and there's no press that ever comes down. So with wet cast products, we're always going to have some height variations. And also what we want to do is we really want to separate our Elegance versus wet cast. Our Elegance is a hybrid wet cast. You can see on the very top picture, that's a side cut sheet of Richcliffe. It's actually an Endura-color wet cast product. So we kind of call it our hybrid wet cast. Below that is just the manufacturing of a regular wet cast product. The through mix goes all the way to the top of the face. So what we kind of say is wet cast analogy. It's wet cast is a medicine. What's medicine for? It's to solve a problem. What's the problem? Concrete wall products look like concrete. Concrete pavers look like concrete. Wet cast is designed to solve that problem. We're trying to make something that looks more natural that you guys can use in the field. The problem with that is medicines, some have side effects. The side effects with wet cast products is those height variations can cause struggles in the field. So we just need to learn how to balance those.
He nailed that, didn't he? He was nervous about that. That makes sense, that side effect thing? You're going to have height tolerances. That's all part about being a polyurethane mold.
So they're installing Richcliffe, two-color blend, Pebble Taupe, and Dawn Mist with the XLs. This is an absolutely beautiful project here. And they're rolling with the Pavemore paver placer. So Brandon here, staging product for them. And the guy installing here is not touching one single paver with his fingers. Literally running the machine two-handed when he's picking up the XL.
And what you guys are able to see here too, he's not having to bend over. But also, as he starts going through some of these
he's able to pick up the XL all the way down to the little guy.
He's blending it as he goes. So if he sees a piece that he doesn't like, then he's grabbing it, putting them off to the side.
Wow.
You see that coming up. So just kind of some efficiencies with installing that product. So here's a great project in Jackson. Just to tell you a little bit about that, they have two colors. They have Pebble Taupe, Dawn Mist, and those are in two different sizes. So we really have 4 different molds that we could be possibly dealing with here. So the Richcliffe XLs come on their own mold, and then the random sizes come together. So this got installed, and what I was told by Sean, it's one of his contractors, that after it was installed, the hole miner truly wanted a really flat finish. So with Richcliffe, it's designed to have that really natural look, natural limestone look, and what they did is it took a total of 2 man-hours. They took a paver placer, pulled them up, refixed the bedding layer a little bit, and adjusted those pavers to achieve this project here.
So just to confirm, they laid all those pavers. They went through, they tamped it all to level it all out, and then any that were not quite where they wanted them to be to manage the wet cast Elegance tolerances, they pulled them up, and so 2 guys went through for 1 hour and got that thing flat as concrete, truly.
Wet cast walls. Can't say enough about this very first statement. Who works with natural stone a lot? Okay. Not every natural stone piece fits in the same person, you just can't pull it off a skid and put it in the wall, right? You got to evaluate the stone. You got to look at the stone. The biggest thing with our wet cast products, or anybody's wet cast products, is you got to manage this wall as a whole. There's a gentleman right back in the middle of the room, 4 years ago told me, I'm never using Rivercrest again. It is a pain in the bleep. I'm mad at Doug for making me install this. I'm going to tell him never sell it again. I had a conversation with Jason. Jason, what did I tell you the next time you use the product? Gotta let it work itself out. You don't take a grinder to every single piece of natural stone. You don't shim every little thing. This is meant to replicate natural stone. If you do want to, go up there and lay 3-4 courses. Put a straight edge to it. We're not asking you to make your wall look like a roller coaster, but if you have a piece dip down or one goes up, where do you need to be perfectly level? Top course, right? Don't overthink it. A good way to think about this is you stack Pisa 2 and you Brussels dimensional, right? You build a wet cast wall. Keep that in mind. Go in there with an open mind. Understand how the product's going to be. Whether it's us or somebody else, it'll save you a lot of headache.
Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about Rivercrest and how to really stack and build this wall structurally and manage the heights. Biggest thing we see as TMs is guys are having a hard time balancing the different height tolerances with some of these wet cast products. So Sean's going to be helping me here, and we're going to stack 3 to 4 courses up, and then we're going to put a level on it and see where we're at. So the biggest thing here is I want to bridge these vertical seams evenly. And what you can see right here, I've definitely got a height tolerance here. I'm going to zoom in there and we'll take a better look at that. See that? So now when I go to stack this piece in here, I've kind of balanced that. And that's also why we're recommending the polyurethane glue, which is a little thicker. Got a big one, Sean? You're too fast. I'm getting to my 4th course. That's every 4th course I like to check the wall to see if it's balanced or level. So before I stack this 4th course on, I really want you guys to see the height tolerance differences along this wall, and it looks like I've got a little height tolerance off here. So let me quickly stack this next course. Now let's check it again with a level. When we get down close, you can kind of see a little void space between this block and this block. Personally, I'm not too worried about that because I can bridge that with my next courses. So my mindset right now is I'm going to stack another 4 courses and see where I'm at. All right, now we're up to 8 courses. So again, let's just take a quick look here. Looks like overall, really, the biggest piece that I need to focus on right here is this piece right here. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick this piece up Dab some more glue in here, thicken the glue bead up, set it back down, take shims from both sides, and I don't have to get this perfect. I just have to get it close, right? So kind of leave that like that. Let me get this back side real quick. And I would say that's pretty good. As long as it's close, you've seen from previous rows that we've been able to bridge this seam and make up for it. We also need to understand that we're managing the wall. This product's made to look natural, and it's not going to be that 𝐠𝐫𝐞 Brussels that's consistent all the way across. So, and it's achieve that natural look. So if there's a little bit of irregularity, it looks natural.
That really is a great video. It may seem a little long. Not that we're going to go plaster out all these videos all over things, but I'm sure this will be something that's added to Instagram. This is a great training thing with your people in the field, right? Hey, you're going to be using this product. I always tell the dealer, if you have a Rivercrest project going out there, please let me know where it's going, because I don't want to get a phone call that says, you guys are jerks, I'm never using this again. Because it's happened. Just got to go in there, manage the wall as a whole. Now, we're not saying that it's perfect. Like we talk about the Ridgecliff, they're made in different molds. The regular wall units and the corner units are made in different molds. Yes, you will run into some thin corners, and yes, you may potentially run into some thick corners. We hate saying using the grinding word, but if you have to, maybe sometimes you have to put a quick grind to that thicker corner. Just the corner, not the whole stinking wall, right? You saw some spaces right there, and everything almost worked itself all the way out, 8 courses tall.